was trying to think about that when you text me. I've gotten involved with Revgear several years ago. I don't know exactly how, but I'm super happy that they contacted me because I've been here ever since. My name's Eddie Cha, and I train elite fighters.
Eddie Cha works with everyone from Korean Zombie to Henry Cejudo to John Jones. I mean, the list really is longer than most people could imagine. But, you know, there's a reason why a lot of people travel to Phoenix to go work out with him.
I was in Paul's office here at Revgear's, and we were just talking about how can we make every product better.
You know, the Revgear way is always to make things better. I want to make the best. I want our customers and I want our fighters all training with the best gear from top to bottom. And so I usually spend a lot of time with coaches like Eddie, you know, the best coaches in the world, to figure out, okay, what do we need to do to make this better?
Some people call these noodles, we call them Focus Sticks.
So when we set out to make our Focus Sticks, one simple change was to add wrist straps so that you could, they wouldn't fly out of your hands, because once you start working, you start to sweat, and they obviously became more slippery.
I love these things because, one, the straps are nice so it doesn't fly off my hand and hit the fight or anything like that. They're easily retractable. You can hit somebody if they're not blocking the proper way. It's not going to hurt them or anything like that.
You obviously want to set the length to be exactly the way we want, and the stiffness.
It gives me an extension of a reach, especially if I'm trying to emulate a taller fighter. For me personally, I like to measure them close to my leg, and so I can kind of swing that kind of emulate kicks as opposed to just punches as well. I know a lot of the boxers, they'll do this where we're working head movements and stuff like that. It's a little different when you're trying to hit these as opposed to a 6-inch target on a focus mitt. It's easier on the shoulders and elbows for trainers, because when you're constantly holding mitts and thigh pads, it's the impact that's really kind of doing the wear and tear on us.
Also, we had to consider, what does the fighter want? We want it to feel a certain way, to pop off the gloves when fighters are using them. And so we want them to be able to maximize the work they're doing. If this thing's too floppy, it slows down the process. It doesn't make for good, efficient work. And if it's too hard, the fighter's not going to like it either. So it's like having the right internal structure to make sure it feels good when you hit it.
But when it comes to little things, it might be an inch difference, but that might be the biggest difference of them all. We're looking at the right size, the depth, the diameter, the weight of them is going to make a difference. Because I've tried every single brand out there. I know the flaws, I know what I like, I know what I don't like, I know what coaches like. So I'm not only getting the coaches' output, I'm getting all the fighters' outputs. And I'm not talking about any fighters, I'm talking about world champion athletes.